What is upper, everybody? What's upper? What's upper? What's up? Oh, dog. Oh, dog. What is upper? Today, we are going to be talking about them cookies. I'm pretty sure most of us know what that is. We are all grown and adults up in here. So, I don't know how I be coming up with these topics, but I just be coming up with them. I'll be wanting to know the tea. I would like to know, well, before I get started, let me go ahead and pin. Hey, Renaissance Grandma, how you doing today? Let me pin the link. Hold on. Wow, we're kind of slow right now. Hold on. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. Okay. Please stand by. What's up, Cynthia? Shout out to Cynthia living with multiple sclerosis for eating nothing but raw foods like fruits and vegetables for 90 days. What a accomplishment. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Okay, and we back. We got let me see, we got Cynthia living with multiple sclerosis. We got Miss Fabulosis 32, Deborah Garrett, Miss my favorite avatar. Who else we got up in here? Okay. Miss Queen. Okay. So I would like to know, since we're doing grown adult talk, how long do we wait to give out the cookies? And then B, for the men, I would like to know, what is your limit to, like, where if a woman doesn't give out by a certain amount of time, are you just like, no, I don't want to date no more, we're gonna put it on the table, this is what I want. And not to say this has anything to do with Chicago Mike or Jay Jordan. I've been having a lot of responses from these via DMs on my Instagram, uh, phone calls, emails. A lot of people are liking this content, like a lot of people. So, yeah, I get about 5 to 10 messages or calls a day about, oh, that was a great topic. Do more, do more. So that's why we just keep it going. So let me see. Day 41. Okay, you are halfway through the battle. A little bit more. Hold on. What's halfway? 45. Yeah, 45 days is half day. So you're almost halfway there. I'm so proud of you. Like, Cynthia living with multiple sclerosis, you're not eating any kind of meats. And then the meals that you prepare on TikTok are awesome. Like, I want that. Uh, uh, uh. Not a problem. I completely understand, Renaissance Grandma. It's all good. Good morning, Reagan Brown. How are you doing this morning? How are you doing? I haven't got any notifications from you. Are you still over there making a lot of content? And happy belated birthday. I believe you did have a birthday. We got Praying Couple Cooking Series. So I've been going out on a couple dates. Asked out. I don't To get out the record, I don't have a standard like, oh, a 6 month mark or anything like that. Uh, it's not the first couple dates. I know that much for sure. I don't know. I don't know. It's been so long since I found somebody to just like amuse me like that. It's like, no. Let's see. Who else we got up in here? We got J3. Trying. I know. I've been getting some messages about that. Also, a lot of people are trying to work and keep up with content as well. So completely understand. Blessings from Shatika Woods. Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, we are talking about them cookies. For the women, how long do you wait to give out the cookies? And for the men, how long before you just be like, I'm not even gonna put up with this no more? Either pass them cookies or I'm moving on to something else. Uh, yes, most definitely. I have a thank you, Praying Couple Cooking Series. So I have, in case you guys don't know, for the new people in here, I'm a single mom of a 16-year-old. So I enforce that all the time. Like, don't be in such a rush to like give it to anybody. That is a precious thing to have. And I can't just preach to the choir and not practice what I preach. I like to know the people before I give the goodies up myself. I know that's right. A lot of people. I'm going to stereotype for just about 2.2 seconds. I would say men are more impatient than women when it comes to the cookies. Like I guess like men are like well, a lot of dates that I went on, it's like, oh, okay, I took you out to dinner, so now what we're gonna do now? What we're gonna do now? And I'm like, go home. I'm going home. I don't know what you about to do, but I'm about to go home. So yeah. When they are ready for me, I want my next what? When they are ready, but for me, I want my next first time to be my husband. So I'm waiting. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it now. Thank you, Cynthia Little Multiple Sclerosis. Yeah, shit. Do you even have a boyfriend, Cynthia Little Multiple Sclerosis? I think you did because you said about the deviled eggs on your TikTok. I'll be watching your TikTok. But yeah, I don't even have a boyfriend. So I'm just like, you know, it's been so long that I don't even like I haven't been amused like that in a long time, a good while. It depends on the vibe. Yes, I would definitely, for me, I would say definitely not the first month or two. If we are doing that great and like we're even 3 months, like if we're doing great and stuff like that, like you said, Reagan Brown, depending on the vibe, if the vibe is good, like we can talking all night on the phone like little school kids, going out to eat, compliments play a big part in my like decision making on the cookies. I just want somebody. I don't want somebody. You don't want to give it out on the first night just because. The first night is just the introduction. Get to know that person. Get to know them. They get to know you, kind of thing. They might be a totally different person by tomorrow, next week, or something like that. So the first couple dates is kind of mandatory for me. Like I need to know like a couple months out. I don't want to be spammed, catfished. You know, like I said, it's a valuable thing to have. What's up, official Jamie? I pinned the link up here. If anybody wants to come up here and talk about your experience with them cookies, like how long you on the wait. Oh, we got the YouTube therapist. We got Sheed up in here. Let us know about these cookies. Let us know. I was Cookie Ghost. LOL, just playing. I'll wait for the worth. Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Well, like I said, a lot of guys, like especially when I'm single. I know you, Sheet, are married, and Jegs, and a lot of the guys here are married, but I'm single, so I'm letting you know, like even in the 40s and 50s, these men are just like, hey, I took you out to eat, so what's up with them yams? What's up with them cookies? What's up with them cookies? And I'm so like, really? We're still doing this at 40 and 50? Let me see. Flint Hill Stunner, what's up? It's a chemistry thing, honest, not at least 90 days. But regardless of the weight, I don't think I can be monogamous if the cookies ain't cooking. I know that's right. I know that's right. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate your comment. I appreciate, yes. At least 90 days. At least 90 days. Like I said, the first couple dates to me is like the introduction. And then like let me see what else turns me off, like prolongs the cookies. Like someone who keeps asking me about my cookies. Stop asking me. When I'm ready, I will more than happily be ready to dispense some cookies. But that is like a major turn off for me. Let me see. We got unbiased up in here. What's up, sis? Joshua Gabriel. It's a lot of women that want it on the first date. I don't know. I can only speak for myself. I can only speak for myself. And maybe it is the women who do like to put it out on the first date. It makes us look bad all around because, like, now these men who've been getting it on the first date looking at me like, so Miss T, what's up with them cookies? What's up with them cookies? And I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Grand Risings, Kings and Queens from Four Corners. Welcome in. Let me catch up. We got 27 people up in here already. We like 5 or 10 minutes in, and we almost got 30 people in here. Sheeta, you coming up in here and blessing us with some philosophy today? Good morning, Experience with Sassy. How are you? I'm doing well. I be dragging and prolonging. I'm trying. Look, I'm over here stuttering. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to come on at 9 o'clock, so that way we can stay on till 11 o'clock to make it a full 2 hours. Because people be like, Miss T, why are you leaving with like 30 and 40 people? Because I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to eat. So I'm trying to do better at going on a little bit earlier. Hello, everybody in the chat from Experience with Sassy. So I would like to know you guys' opinion on the cookies. Like, is it a 90-day thing, or I know Cynthia living with multiple sclerosis says she's waiting for her husband, which is an awesome answer. Awesome answer. Good morning, Destination Fun. Good morning, Can't Stop Walking but Love to Mow. I'm glad I caught you this morning. You almost had me in tears, talking about your story, ex-wife and everything. So our bodies are precious gold, so you don't just give it away that easily. Supposed to marry or bum. Oh, easily supposed to marry or bum. If we going to give up our precious bodies, so pray for willpower, just from my opinion. Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Thank you so much for that, praying couple. Yep. She said grown people do grown things. I know that's right. Let me see what. Okay, we're gonna have our ghetto YouTube philosopher up here in about a couple minutes. Unbiased Joshua She Destination Fun Blessings from Praying Couple Cooking Series. We got my sister up in here, also Soul Sister. Looking forward to seeing you again. Was this our third, fourth time meeting up? I'll be going to New York here, y'all, to meet up with. Well, I'm going with the church. I have a group like within this church, and they go like a lot of places. They be like, Miss T, you want to go here? You want to go there? I was like, the way my finances, like a lot of them are retired, so they can do that. But me, on the other hand, I can't just sit around just like go on vacation. They went to Niagara Falls, Black Friday shopping. They always go Black Friday somewhere in a different state. It's a lot of fun, but they be going out a lot. But I am going to go to New York. I was going to, it's like the week before my birthday. Good morning, you learn Robert. I would love to hear your opinion on some of this stuff. I would love for you to come up. I know you are a busy man. I would love to hear your opinion. Like, how long you guys? Okay, guys, let me ask you this. So I know mature women, grown folks, as Unbiased would say, we are more, we treat our cookies more valuably. So what is the length of time you're willing to wait? Like a lot of women are on that little the 90-day trend, at least, get to know the person. Like I said, I don't really have a time limit, just like whenever you feel the vibe, but it's definitely not within the first 30 days. It's definitely not. I didn't get the cookie until my wedding night. But see, Jake, you are a whole different genre, different breed. Well, you married your wife after you engaged after like 24 hours. Then y'all went to the get married. We need a little recap on that. What is up, Broke Farmer? Always good to see you, Broke Farmer. Always good to see you. We appreciate all your honesty that you be bringing up to the table. Let me see who else we got up in here. Finn Hill Stunner said, I might not keep asking about the cookies, but I'm going to let you know I'm a little bit hungry. That's why I want to know, like, how long? Okay, maybe the girl, maybe you have an expectation, or like, okay, for the guy, maybe you are like, okay, after such and such amount of time, what's up with them cookies? We've been going out a couple times. We done Netflixed and chilled. You laying on my couch half naked. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Where the woman is like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not really ready to do that yet. So how long are you guys willing to wait on the cookies? Like, if you are really feeling this woman, the dates are awesome, everything is positive vibes. How long are you guys willing to wait for the cookies, or before you be like, I don't feel like doing this. If you're not willing, we're not gonna be dating no more. Good morning, Budfather. I'm sorry. I love cookies so much. It makes me happy. Well, okay. That's good to know, Joshua Gabriel. I have to feel something before. Oh, something for you before. Okay. Yeah. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Flint Hill, blessings from praying couple. Man, oh, so the cookies got a price now? The cookies got a price, depends on how much the date is. So, in case you guys didn't know, I went out with Chicago Mike. Yeah, he told me the price of the date. I don't know what the point of that was. That's why I was like, are you want me to reimburse you or what the hell is happening here? I was like, okay, so I don't know. That's a whole nother topic also. Like, depending on the price of the date, does that determine the cookies? Like, and again, I don't know. This is like when you first started dating, like how long are you willing to wait, kind of thing. Robert is saying, "What's up to broke farmer? Growing what I eat. What's up? Your garden looks amazing." Saying, "What's up to Odom Jegs, broke farmer? You learn and the experience was sassy." Okay, unbiased. He said, I love cookies so much. They just make me happy. They make my mouth water. I just want to make sure, Joshua Gabriel, we are talking about the same cookies. And then to me, it's not just about the date and how much the first date is. Like, even though, we went out on a couple dates, we're finally comfortable with somebody. I want that first time to be romantic. I'm finally opening up to you, giving you my body. I need the whole works. Like, all this plays a factor. Don't just be like, okay, we went on 2 dates. So what's up with them chocolate chip cookies? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot for me. It's a lot. When you both are committed to each other. Okay, that's a good answer. That's why I said sassy. So, okay, so we go to Applebee's, not so much, but if we go to Ruth Chris or something like that, oh, you giving up them cookies. You giving up them cookies. So Ruth Chris, let me know, broke farmer. Help me get on your level. What are we doing here? So it depends on the price of the meal. Okay. Cause see, you gotta like the meal, drinks, appetizer. I mean, all that. Like a meal can go from 0 to 100 real quick, real quick. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Good morning. Oh, okay, okay. I love the men's input on here, unbiased to everybody. I love it. You get to hear both sides of the story. Like I'm out here spilling out my side, as far as like speaking as a woman, and then we having like broke farmer, Sheed, and all of them come up here and tell us jigs. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like I was an angel, back in the day. I have done that before. You live and you learn. No, that is definitely not the way to go. What's up, Four Corners? I was seeing if you were okay. I need to come back over there and visit your channel. Thank you so much for your opinions. I do appreciate it. I believe I pinned up the link if anybody wanted to come up here and speak on it. So Broke Farmer did say it depends on the price of the meal. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you agree with this statement? Like, especially the men, like, how many men have the same mindset? It depends on the price of the meal. So Ruth Chris or Ocean Air, we getting seafood and all this kind of stuff. That interprets the cookies. Is that what we're doing now in 2024? I believe red flags represent themselves early on. That's why I say it depends on the vibe. I mean, people can do anything the first 90 days, then reveal their true self. Very good answer. Very, very, very good answer. I think like after the first like 30 to 60 days, even though that I do see people, trying to like impress you that amount of time. I think after a certain amount of time, people let their guards down, their real true self comes out, especially after the 60 or 90 days. Oh, so we got J3. Marriedwithin24hours.com. What's up, sir?
not,
I
not
need a
24
recap of your
hours.
situation.
Not 24 hours.
How long was it?
After 30 minutes, I asked her to marry me.
That's
She
all.
didn't give me an answer. It took me about 3 or 4 days before I got an answer. After that, we got married 5 months later.
Wow. Now see,
I
that's a
was a
one in a
soldier. I was a soldier.
that's a 1 in a million situation. I would love. Well, no, I wouldn't want nobody to ask me to marry them. Hold on, what year was this when you asked her to marry you after 30 minutes?
80, 85.
Oh, see, I was in kindergarten. So, did you already have the ring after the 30 minutes? Or did
No,
you
I had the ring in my car for about 6 months.
So
I
you
told
knew
my
so you
I
knew
told
about
my
6, huh?
I told my grandmother I was tired of fooling around and everything. So
Uh-huh.
I went and got me a ring. Used to keep it locked up in my trunk. And I said, when the right one come, I'll be ready.
Okay. Okay.
Right one came, I was ready.
He's like, so we had a good first date. So will you marry me? And she was like, give me about 24 hours. Let me think about it. Well, I'm glad it worked out. How long
It
y'all been
wasn't a
married?
date.
Oh, it
Actually,
wasn't a date.
we
So you just
were
walked up to her and was like, hey, you want to get married?
no, I was invited to my uncle's and aunt house for dinner, and some other people were there, and she was there. It went from there.
And how long you guys been married again?
38, 37, 38.
That's what's up. Well, congratulations to you on that success.
But now
Uh-oh.
we talking uh the biggest piece of meat, man, the biggest piece of chicken, man.
Oh, here goes she.
Hey, I just had to say this real quick. I'm gonna go back on mute. Hey, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. That's what I'm talking about. Had the ring in the car.
Okay, he was
That's
just waiting on
right.
the right one.
I knew I was tired of playing,
So how
but
did you know she was the right one? It
I
was
thank
30 minutes.
God.
Oh, okay, from God. Okay.
I prayed too. I didn't. My grandmother was when I got finished playing around. I was, Mama, I'm tired. I'm ready to get. Pray about it, baby. Just pray about it. I prayed.
Okay, we got 2 women and we got 2 men now. We got Unbiased up in here and then Sheed and Jeds. What's up, Unbiased?
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Looking beautiful.
How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday.
Okay, only Tuesday.
I'm coffeelicious.
Okay.
J3, are you done?
Well, that depends on whether she want to hear any more about the story. But no,
Ooh.
I was getting ready to talk about broke farm when he said it depend on the meal.
Yeah, I want to know more about that.
Now, back in the 80s, $20 was a lot.
True.
I took my wife to a seafood restaurant and we had seafood and they brought out a big platter of seafood, different fried and all that stuff. And I'm getting ready to eat and she said, I don't eat seafood.
Wow. Hold on, because y'all done brought Broke Farmer out. Shit. Hold
Oh, shoot. We outnumbered, Miss T.
I know.
She said, I don't
Girl,
eat
the Unbiased,
seafood.
do you have anything to say before Broke Farmer goes?
Girl, please, please. Okay. First of all, I want to say I had to hurry up and put my headscarf on because Broke would be like, oh, you don't want to show your face? You don't want to show your face? So I had to come show my face. Okay.
Facts.
All
Big
right.
facts.
And second of all, some of y'all probably not going to like me after I say what I have to say, but your girl just got to be truthful about this thing, right? So, Miss T, you're asking about the cookies. When we were younger, it was precious. Okay? After you've been with several different people, it's no longer caviar. It's more like sushi.
I love how
Okay?
you were. Yeah, go ahead.
And so what I'm trying to say is we kind of like let our guards down when we were younger, when we should have been holding on. Now you are a little older, baby. You ain't got time. 90 days is a long time to try to say that you gonna wait for something. Okay. So I understand about praying and holding on, baby. The thing, listen, Linda and Larry.
Linda.
Okay. Look, you ain't got that kind of time. You ain't got that kind of time.
I love it.
You either gonna roll with the punches or the flow or however. If it work, it work. If it don't, move on to the next one. You don't have time. When we was young, we had time to play, or we thought we had time, because some people didn't even make it to 30. So we ain't got that kind of time. That's all I got to say about that. Now y'all can take me off y'all channels or do whatever y'all gotta do. But
I'm about to lose 8 subscribers.
yeah, I'm about to lose 10 today. But it's gonna be okay, because your girl is gonna tell you the real deal. After 40, you don't have 90 days to be playing around with nobody.
Now, see, my thing is, like, once I give up the cookies, I'm more invested. I'm more in the feeling. So
first of all, you got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that, because let me tell you something. No, ma'am, because you got to, after 40, Miss T, things change. When you was younger, you could be in your feelings.
So
after 40, you ain't got no feelings.
Wow.
Unbiased.
That's the correct play.
Now understand that dress.
Okay, hold on. Broke Farmer didn't say anything. Let Broke.
Hold on. This is between me and Unbiased. Now I understand that dress.
You understand my dress? We ain't got time to play, baby. We ain't got time to play.
That night, I understand that dress.
Oh Lord.
Now I didn't say nothing because Unbiased took it out of my mind. I mean, come on now. Let's be real for a minute. Once you over 40. If I'm a man over 40, I'm not waiting 90 days. Let's start there. I'm going to be super real with you. Man, I don't live through the coronavirus, bird flu, 40 years of the flu, and I got to wait 90 days? If you are not a virgin and you gave up to the cookies, the dudes that didn't marry you or even take you on a date, now all of a sudden you got to go to Ruth Chris before I get the cookies? What?
I didn't say you was like depends on the price. I just said I'm just in my feelings. So like I'm cautious. I know how I am. Like once I give out the cookies, I'm all like, I feel some type of way about this person, and I was just straight up like, fuck them feelings. Fuck them.
Yeah, you ain't got time for that, girl.
And when I say put a price on it, usually the first date you go out with a guy, he's not taking you to Ruth Chris. Let's start there. Y'all, it's something simple. Seafood or something like that, and you build up. Now, once we build up the Ruth Chris, look here. I got my Savage cologne on. I got my good draws on. It's gonna happen. Or I'm not calling you no more. Come on now. We don't have 5 dates. Now, all these dates culminate on Ruth Chris, which is $150 off the rip. That's the light bill. That's the car insurance money. It's going into this meal. Now, if you don't think that you should be giving it up on this 5th date at Ruth Chris, I don't know what we doing, Miss T.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Unbiased Joshua Gabriel wants to know what flavor about your cookies. I don't know.
Huh?
Okay. He wants to know about your cookies. It says, Unbiased, you love chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, so first of all, I'm not going to tell you or give you details about my cookies. If this is for you, it'll be for you, but you won't know about it on the intranet. Okay.
Look,
I think he's talking
I
about
think because Josh kind of young, so
I think he's talking about the real cookies.
Josh is young.
Yeah. Real cookies. Okay,
well, I like oatmeal raisin, if that's what he asking.
But okay.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this subject, because it's so much. I see, and I'm like, I'm not gonna bother Miss T on her live today. I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna sit back and I'm enjoy the show.
Bother me, sir. Bother me.
But look, as y'all can see, I am invested in this series Miss T got going on. Miss T, don't stop this series. Don't stop this series. I am invested in this because I hear so much misinformation on the internet that I feel my duty as a content creator to come up here and say something about it. And let's understand
before you go any further, Are you in agreement with unbiased? Like, get your feelings
Yes.
all. So I can't have no feelings.
No,
Not
ma'am.
saying that you can't have any, but
I'm
you saying
saying
you
she can't
had
have them.
feelings about sex. It ain't. You can't. That's got to be. You got to be able to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Basically, like you got to put your cards in your hands. So you have to know or go into it basically thinking this may or may not work or happen, but
Wow.
have fun in the meantime and in between time.
Use protection.
And when he don't answer your phone calls, you will be okay. But if you thinking about, oh, he ain't answering the phone, he ain't texting me back, he ain't doing this and he ain't doing that, because you let it get too far. You let it get too far.
If it ain't your first time giving up the cookie, come on, y'all been through this road before. Come on now.
Exactly.
I didn't put the 90-day mark on it.
And I see MTV, MTGV TV, however it go, whatever, because you know I'm in my feelings right now. But she in there talking about her morals and her this and that. Girl, you're going to probably be by yourself for a while. Period.
I see this.
Hey, that hit me hard. That hit me hard.
Another thing, I see Tien say her ancestors gonna come back and slap her. Girl, well, they gonna be slapping you. But you married, so you can say that. But when you a single woman out here over 40, it's slim to none. Okay? It's slim to none. Because I wish when I was asked to be married long time ago that I would have said yes, but I wasn't ready. And I didn't want to get ready. I didn't want to make myself ready.
Do you think it would have worked out? You would have still been married to this day?
I mean, he did end up marrying somebody else, and they still together. So I mean, you know, I assume so. Thank you. Good morning. You as well.
We got Chicago Mike up in here, and then Renaissance Grandma says, just because we've been seeing each other for 3 months doesn't mean I have those type of feelings for him. I actually still don't know him after 3 months.
Oh,
okay, Renaissance Grandma.
Hey, how in the world you date? And first off, my Renaissance Grandma, I love your channel. You're a great person. But how you date somebody for 3 months and don't know who this person is? I can figure out who somebody is in a weekend. Come on now.
You can figure out somebody,
and that's only if they give you the big piece of chicken. You can figure it out. If they don't give you the big piece of chicken, you lost.
Facts. But you can figure. See, that's what people. I don't know. I don't know if it's the church that has told you. Like, I don't know where y'all get that information from. Like, you can't figure out people. That's because you don't want to. I can talk to somebody in one conversation in the grocery store, and I can tell whether this person is something or he ain't or she ain't or whomever or what's them. Like, I don't know if God giving me those signs about these people, but I can tell within a conversation. You may say one thing and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, you ain't by nothing. Or you can say one thing and it's gonna be like, oh well, you got some type of potential. But what y'all doing is y'all pitter-patting over all the whatever they saying. Just like the other day, let me tell you, she was saying something and Miss T was like, I can't remember the conversation, but Miss T said, oh well, you know, this, that, or the third. She was like, well, no, I just told you what was gonna happen or what it was. Women don't listen to the men. When a man speaks, he's telling you what it is. Now, whether you like it or not, that's your business. But if a man speaks, you have to listen because at some point he's giving you the jewels. It may not be what you want to hear.
Everybody in the panel's like,
but it's the truth.
Yeah.
And that's where we fall short at. A man could be saying, I like to, you know, go to the movies. And you like, well, I don't like to go to, in your mind, you say, I don't like to go to the movies. But he telling you what he want. Just like how we tell them, I like steak and lobster. He's listening to that. So when he get his money up, the first thing he gonna do is take you to go get some steak and lobster, baby. You got to pay attention. I like Dr. Pepper. He might like Sprite. You got to know what your man like and what he don't like. If you're not listening and you're always worried about what you want, you will never get where you need to go, period. In a relationship, a marriage, whatever. You won't get it.
Itching to say something.
Stir it up, baby. Stir it up, baby. Stir it up.
What would you like to add, bro?
How many
No,
subscribers am I losing as we talk?
no. Hey, she spent 5. And first off, everybody put smoke in the comments. Cause dude, she's telling the truth, man. I mean, a dude is so simple. Any woman that say a man is complicated, something is wrong with you. A man want a few things. He want a restful sleep, a good meal, and a woman to rub his head when he having a hard day. He don't even want to talk about his hard day. If he got problems at the job, he's not gonna tell you. He gonna keep that to
Facts.
himself. When he come home and he got a bald head, rub his head and just let him watch TV. That's all we want. If y'all think we want something more than that, then y'all have complicated the whole situation of a relationship. Women are complicated. I think everybody knows this. It's not just me speaking.
Right.
Men are super simple. Stop saying you don't understand men. Stop saying you don't know what a man wants. That is crazy. That is crazy. We don't care if y'all stay in a 5-bedroom mansion or in the projects. If you do those 3 things I just said, he is happy. I guarantee you.
True that.
Chicago Mike, what you want to say? You done popped up in here.
Look, I'm sorry, y'all. I got to turn my camera off. I'm in a bad neighborhood. Hold on.
Chicago
Both
Mike?
got y'all watching Avatar.
Oh, Chicago Mike done popped up off the. Y'all done scared Chicago Mike. He done
That's
left.
well, if it it is what it is.
Hey.
What's up, makeup mom and son and soil sister? These garden suits out here be ruining it for other women. All these hoes. Okay, men.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. Wait a minute. I'm a woman and I'm single. Let me just give y'all game real quick. No, we're not. Okay. And I have witnessed people being married, living in mansions or these big fine nice houses and what have you. And your man is still going back to the housing projects. You know why?
Hood rat.
No, I wouldn't even say hood rat, but they still going back to the housing projects because they ain't got to worry about nothing. They go there, they can get fed because the girl got, the woman she got food in her house. She know how to cook, right? And all of this good stuff or whatever, I assume is good. I don't know. I'm just saying. Women that's married need to stop saying, I know I'm about to lose some subscribers for real, but
okay.
women that's married need to stop saying that the other woman is no good. Because listen, Linda. If she is no good, what you think your husband think about you?
Ooh.
If he going back to the ghetto, what you think your husband think about you? So you have to put your own self in that sentence, underline it, and figure out what's wrong with you as to why he keep going back over there.
What crap the Leo at?
I ain't seen her. Chocolate Drop said everybody's a trick, men and women. Men do what it takes to get what they want. Women do the same married or single.
Facts.
True.
Big facts.
I feel kind of funny talking to an avatar from the main person to be like, I'm tired of looking at avatars.
I'm driving. I was in a bad neighborhood. And believe me, I'm looking for somewhere to pull over. Believe me.
Miss V, I have to disagree with you 100%.
You said disagree?
With Miss V's statement up there?
What'd she say?
Sex is least important as she gets older.
Baby, you gonna be by yourself for a long time.
Hey.
Educated natural. I've always fear God, my mama and grandma and grandpa. Okay, this is what you was talking about earlier, unbiased.
Yes.
Okay, it depends on what the standards are from you, Lauren Robert. Oh, okay, I choose to be single. Okay.
Okay. Can I address the sex thing, Miss T? I don't want to overstep my bounds, man. Okay, first off, if in your 40s, if you're not interested in sex, they invented Viagra for 80-year-old men
for a reason
to get cookies. Now, if you think men don't care about that just because you don't care about that, that is not a thing. That is, we care about it till we die. In a wheelchair, I've heard stories of women that go to the nursing home and give men baths.
Yes,
They
they
are
do.
interested in their 80s and 90s. So for you to say in your 40s you are not interested, I don't even understand it. I'm lost for words. I am in the oldest parking lot right now, trying to figure out how in the world, at the age of 40, and the average man lived to be about 70 for 20 years, he just don't care about the cookies no more.
That's
He
not
been eating
true.
cookies his whole life.
Right.
Cookies are delicious. You
Right.
heard what what's called said in the comments? Cookies are delicious. Yeah, John said it. He spoke for all men.
They have paralyzed men that's still thinking about cookies and trying to figure out how can they get it and feel it. Period.
Oh my God. What
You
are we
may never
doing?
you may never get the whole meal, but the cookies is always good.
That's right. You might bite it in half, but you're still trying to get some part of it.
Which one broke farm? Which one what?
They want to know which one you are. You broke farm right underneath me.
Oh, she's trying to figure out who you are.
She's like, let me make sure.
Don't go to my channel to unsubscribe. I don't do nothing but gardening. I don't do nothing but gardening. But no, let's rewind for a minute.
Okay.
First off, this conversation has evolved. All right. The first topic was, when is a good time to get the cookies? So you said in dating, you want me to wait 90 days. But if we're in our 30s, as soon as we get married, you turn 40, well, you don't want to do it no more. So why were you saving the cookies to start with if in the marriage you weren't going to give up the cookies? I'm so confused. Make it make sense. When we dating, I got to wait 90 days. But as soon as we get married, 40 years old, oh, we through with it. Then what are we saving it for? What are we saving it for? Please, somebody in the comments tell me, what are we saving it for? If y'all gonna take it away.
So I just seen you learn with Robert's entry into this thing here. Married people, y'all say so is so different from a person who's single. You can relate all your issues and everything to God and pray about it and all of that. But when you single, it's different. I'm not saying don't pray to God about it. That is not what. So y'all need to stop with that. I'm not saying God is not in the equation at all about this thing, right?
He's in the equation.
He's in the equation.
He is.
But what I'm saying is married people have this perception that you have to do it this way and that way and whatever not.
Miss P, leave that up there.
Okay.
But yeah, y'all was single once, so y'all know how it go. I ain't got to keep telling y'all this and beating y'all over the head. So I mean,
Miss T, can I read this if you don't mind? You learn what Robert say. If you love God in the Bible, the standards are not until marriage. It doesn't say depends on how old you are or what you feel like. Okay, if we gonna talk about scripture, let's talk about scripture. I go to church. First off, we all fall short. One sin is not bigger than another sin. If you cuss your fellow man and disrespect your neighbor, what is the difference in having sex out of wedlock? We all fall short. We pray for forgiveness and we move
all fall
on.
short of the glory of God.
So why is it okay for you to eat McDonald's every day when your body's supposed to be a temple? But now you a bad person and you living outside the word of God when you have sex out of wedlock. Now, also in the Bible, it says it's better for the seed of man to go into a whore than fall to the ground. Make it make sense now. If we gonna rip scripture, let's rip scripture. Okay. No sin is bigger than no other sin. And y'all kill me with this. And you learn, Rob. Rob, you're a real cool guy. But I'm just saying.
They only pick the parts of the Bible that they want you to. I don't like that. Don't just pick out the good parts. Say it all.
I'm biased. I'm biased.
Say it all.
I'm biased. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
No. I just want to finish the point. I'm biased. Y'all say it's cool for a woman to deny man sex when they say when you come in a relationship, y'all are one. My body belongs to you. Your body belongs to me. That's okay. But it's not okay to have sex out of wedlock. Make it make sense. Now you can cut out sex from your husband, but it ain't okay to have sex out of wedlock. But we don't talk about that, but we talk about this. Make it make sense. Now, none of that make no sense. Now, if at 40, who was that said at 40 they don't care about sex no more? Who's that?
About Miss V.
Miss V.
Now, if you are married, your man got to do without sex.
She ain't married.
He ain't doing without sex.
I'm generalizing. That is okay. Nobody would ever tell a woman, "Oh, I can't believe you don't have sex with your husband no more." Nobody say that. But if I have sex with somebody and we not married, oh, I'm a bad guy. Now, both are sin. Moving on. Next subject.
10. I agree with what you're saying, that if you want to give it, give it. If you want to keep it, keep it. That's on you. I mean, I can't make you understand that. But what Miss T is trying to figure out is if she can give it away at her age because she is not married. That's why I say married people, y'all opinions will never be the same as a single person, period. Whether you a man, a woman, a dog, cat, or whatever. Dogs outside that's not committed to the dog every day, he out here looking for somebody else's dog. So married people, y'all opinions, I'm not saying that it doesn't matter, but at this point, like, you're not single. So your answers is always going to be from a marriage standpoint. What you need to do is think about it before you got married. Answer it before you got married. And then let's see if it be,
I've been all around the world.
Let's put it in the chat. For all the married people, how long did y'all wait till y'all got married to have sex?
Let me go back to the chat. Let me look.
Renaissance Grandma said one sin is not bigger than the other sin, but why do we keep repeating the sin?
Because we do it every day.
Because we're not perfect.
Because we do it every day.
Because we are not perfect. If you were perfect, you would be dead.
Chocolate Drop say he not gonna do it without he gonna find somebody.
There's only one that's perfect.
I could end up there, but I'm a virgin. Miss T, hey, delete, block Crafty Leo. Block Crafty Leo in the comments.
Where's she at? I didn't see it.
She got a whole brand new baby. Block Crafty Leo in the comments, please.
Read her thing. I can't see it. What she said, I don't see it.
She said I would come up there, but I'm a virgin, Miss T in chat. She got a whole baby. I saw a baby. I met Crafty Leo baby and her husband.
A whole two babies.
A whole two babies. Well, if y'all don't stop this, what David Cole with the crop? Stop the cap.
We were born in sin. Flesh is sin. Come on, Chocolate Drop.
But we are so righteous that we righteous about certain things, but not righteous about everything.
What they want. They pick and choose what to be righteous about. That's hypocritical. Hypocritical. Period. And then, wait, let me just say this. After they get married, they look at the person who's single and they try to downplay us. No. It don't work like that. Because even though you're married, I'm not going to downgrade that you're married and be like, why you still in that marriage? Because, you know, your man out here doing this and he doing that and you doing this and you doing that. That's not my business. Unbiased for a reason. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Period. Y'all need to stop doing that.
But okay, all right. I don't want to waver too far from the topic now. But did anybody put a 1 or 2 in the chat?
They ain't putting nothing. They saying all kind of whatever.
Look, everybody can tell Miss T, save your cookies till they go stale. Sometimes the cookies out of date. Let's talk about cookie date. All right. Now, after you 40, that expiration date is getting real close. Let's be real. Let's throw it out there. Now, you don't want to be giving men stale cookies. What before the expiration date go out? Let somebody enjoy them cookies. That's all I'm saying. Let them enjoy the cookies. Now, if you on your second date and Chicago might give you that look, and you return that same look, what you gonna go home and man, stop it. Do what you want to do, Miss
First of all, I haven't even talked to Chicago Mike since like Sunday on the phone. We don't even talk like that. So let's,
I'm putting it out
yeah,
there.
let's,
I'm
let's
just
not
putting it
delay
out there.
the Chicago Mike.
Stop kind dates. Stop kind dates. If
She
it's
in
right,
her
it's right.
feelings because she ain't talked to him since Sunday. So move on.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Miss OG Gardner says sex is only between the husband and wife, a gift from God. Unmarried is fornication and adultery, period. No
Yes.
loopholes. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
Uh,
But I'm saying we all fall short. Stop convicting yourself of a life in hell because you have sex out of wedlock. Stop doing that. That's not right. It's so many other sins that people don't talk about. You treat your neighbor wrong. You beat your kids. You drink too much. You eat too much. But all of a sudden, I have sex out of wedlock. Oh, I'm going to hell. No, I'm not going to hell because I'm gonna ask for forgiveness. It's in the Bible.
I just want to know, was Mary and Joseph married when they? Oh, okay, that's what I mean.
Don't go there.
Okay.
Don't do that one.
I'm just trying to find out because they always bringing up is what yeah. So okay. Okay.
That's a slippery slope. I'm by them tell you, but they finna unsubscribe. I mean, even saying that.
Yeah, because you gotta be real about this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say they pick what they want to pick in the Bible to say, and I don't like that. Say it all. Start from the beginning. Don't just say the happy places. Say where it all originated from, where it came from. When Adam and Eve was looking at that apple tree, trust and believe they was committing sin because they was lusting over each other, whether they touched each other or not, and they were not married.
Crafty said her cookies are never going out of date. Okay, bro? So let's get that straight.
Yeah, because your husband renewed the expiration date. You can change the expiration date on the cookie once you get married. Yeah. 40 is the
Okay. Anne Marie, 40 the new 30.
This isn't a Girl Scout sale. First off, what we all right, let's go back to this.
I better get down. I'm gonna step down, Miss T, because
what are we saving it for? Just marriage? Is that it? Is that the only reason we saving it?
What if you don't get married?
I didn't say I was saving it for marriage.
No,
but what if you don't get married? Then what?
Your expiration date gonna run out.
I mean,
it's I don't know, man. It's the look for me. What?
The look of what?
I don't know. Whoever is talking, show me in the Bible where it shows an expiration date on your cookie. It's Romans 14, verse 13.
Let's see.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. We are normal people, man. These expectations about perfection, like Jeg say, we all strive for perfection.
But we are not.
If we born to flesh, we born to sin. So your flesh. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up by this. The things that people won't admit to, if I followed you around for 24 hours, you would be embarrassed for me to see it.
Period. Period.
All these great but perfect people in the comments. Come on, y'all. Let's be real for a minute. Let's we ain't at church. We ain't on the job. We can let our hair down and be real. Miss T came on here for a real conversation, y'all.
Right.
You should have named this real. Put real, then slash and the rest of it. She is Sunshine say most people certain parts of the Bible because none of y'all really know or study the Bible. How many of y'all pick up the Bible weekly, pray daily, listen to a sermon? Nobody's gonna answer that. She is Sunshine. I pray every day. I pray over every meal I ever eat. I pray. I thank God when I wake up, and I pray before I go to bed every night. Now, do I go to church every single Sunday? No, I have a job. I make it in there at least once or twice a month. That's what it is. Huh?
Okay. Okay, sir. Sarah in the Bible had a baby in her old age, which implies that the cookies will last forever.
No. Sarah's womb was blessed by God. Now, if God coming down here touching every womb, that's different.
Y'all kind of quiet, Jag. Y'all ain't got no input.
Robert, I can't see the comments, Robert.
I was muted.
Hey, I'm back. You know, I was up here working and stuff, so somebody was talking about some money, so I had to get on it. We were talking about life insurance and trust, but that's a whole nother topic we'll talk about later.
Yeah,
but,
that's not the topic of discussion today, sir.
But basically, when it come down to it, like I was saying earlier about giving up the cookies, it all depends. You know, if it's a woman worth, you know, your time and energy, you endure the process. You know, just like
how long does it take you to figure out if the woman is worth your time and energy? That's the question. How long does it take?
I say within a week. A week of me talking to you, we having conversation, I can tell whether I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, try to stick around with you, or I'm just gonna move on to the next. You know, because my thing is I ain't got time to play with you. You know,
say she don't want to be Sarah no more.
it took me 30 minutes, and I wasn't desperate.
Yeah, that's what I said. I ain't got time to play. If we gonna be together, we together. You know, one thing with my wife, she was scared with me was, cause like I said, I was young and she thought I wanted to just, you know, play house, come over there, you know, go in there, drink all the juicy juice and all that stuff. But no, it was the process, you know. And my wife, that's her whole biggest thing when she got with me. She was like, you know, you young, you trying to hit it and quit it. I'm like, you know, so where do we stand on this relationship thing? You know, once we got the relationship established, then that's when we start talking about the sex. Like, you know, where do we stand on this? You know, I'm like, are we gonna be in a sexual relationship or not? And she, you know, her thing was she kind of pushed it like she don't know, because, you know, back to once again, if your heart been broken before, so people had that wall up in that fence, and I get that. You know, my thing is I'm gonna just be real with you. If I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna tell you I'm on this and I'm on that. Because my thing is, if you gonna tell me I gotta wait 90 days, I'm like, I understand that they do that for jobs to, you know, make sure that the candidate is worth it. But what are the benefits of me waiting 90 days? If I don't have a benefit on my end to wait 90 days, then I don't foresee myself doing that. You know, I was talking to some guys on the panel, and the guy said the woman told him wait 90 days. And he said, well, okay, you can wait 90 days and I'll wait 90 days for you, but I'll go to another woman until you ready. And so she didn't like that.
Black Rain is absolutely right. Absolutely right, Black Rain. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead, see. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know, in that situation, she got upset about it. But just like he explained to her, like, what's the benefits of me waiting 90 days? And my whole thing is, if we get to know each other and we know that we're not for each other, then I can understand you say, well, I don't want to mess around like that because I don't think the relationship gonna go that far. I can get it. But just like you said, Unbiased, the older you get, you need to figure out real quick, because that clock is ticking. It ain't even just by having no baby or anything. It's about the relationship wise, because most dudes right now, the older you get, you don't really have too much time to be playing with somebody. You know,
right.
This whole 90-day rule, it's cool when you young and you try to figure things out. When you see a person and you start getting into a relationship where you understand, you don't need to be trying to figure this stuff out a year from now talking about somewhere. I guess so. Wait, so what?
She can I jump in just real
Go
quick?
ahead.
I just want to make this statement, and I want people to answer it in the chat, okay? Single people, I guess, I don't know. But anywho, you just said you don't have 90 days to be waiting. So my thing is, what if you wait and it's the 89th day? Y'all done did all these things. Y'all done went places. Y'all done, maybe gave a kiss on the cheek, hugs, you feeling each other. And on the 89th day, somebody died. One of y'all died. Then what? Did you just waste 89 days?
Wish you coulda.
Like I say, you gotta get out your feelings. Move on to the next, I guess.
Yeah, I know a dude. He was with this chick, and they was messing around and stuff. But they end up start taking their relationship to the next level, and was thinking about getting married. And she had a terminal illness or something, just came down on her heart, and she ended up passing. So it's like you never know. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody.
See, Hey, can you pause for 1 second, sir? I want to address something you just said. Why is it considered when a man and woman have sex, taking it to the next level? No, taking it to the next level is me giving you money, or me co-signing along with you. You moving into my house, or we buying things together. That's taking it to the next level. Sex is not taking it to the next level. Let's start there. Because unless, I'm going to go back to this, unless you are a virgin, which, if we're going to be biblical, women, y'all supposed to be a virgin before you get married. How many of y'all was virgin before y'all got married?
Okay,
so how
say
is it
that.
all of a sudden that we in the 40s and 50s and
You
sex
need to be.
taking it to the next relationship? That's cap. That's big cap. But don't nobody want to be real this morning, Miss T. Nobody want to be real.
What you mean? I'm being real.
No, I'm just saying in the comments. We talking biblical. How many people were virgins before they got married? Put a 1 in the chat if you was a virgin, a 2 if you were not. See how many numbers come up in that chat, Miss T. I can't see the chat, but I know it's gonna be
Crafty say I'm a virgin now.
Born again.
The biblical
Born
terms,
again.
single versus married. We done broke this down, chopped and screwed it.
So, Miss T, are you getting any answers out of the things that's being said here today?
Oh yeah, I'm getting
good
answers.
question.
Yeah.
What's your take on it now after listening to everybody?
My take on it is, I feel myself, I didn't put the 90-day stamp on it, but I know some people did in the live, but I just want to wait until like I'm like comfortable and willing to do that, give out the cookies and stuff like that. How do I put this?
When you're ready.
I'm into my feel. I'm that type of person. I put the wall up, and then once like giving out the cookies is like I'm bringing down my wall. I'm letting you in to my world. So I don't know. Like I hear what Unbiased is saying, but I am so emotional. Like once I give out the cookies, I'm like, you mine. You my boyfriend.
But you gotta not. Yeah. If he don't tell you, see, that's another thing. After sex, women just automatically say, oh, he mine. He ain't gonna be doing this, and he can't talk to her. Change your number. This, that, and the third. If he did not relay that to you, y'all not dating. Y'all not boyfriend and girlfriend. This ain't going nowhere. This was just about sex, period. Now, if he tell you, I like you a lot, I think this could go somewhere, this, that, and the third, then you probably have the right to say, this is my boyfriend, right?
Yeah,
because he's thinking about it. But if he don't tell you, that's not what it is.
Yeah, we need to have that conversation before I give out my cookies. Cause like
no ma'am. You got that. You got to reverse that.
Give out the cookies, then have the conversation.
Okay, you over 40, boo-boo. So do what you do. Do what you do.
I'm just asking.
I'm just saying, Queen, when you was younger, it was okay to wait. Listen to me, Linda. It was okay to wait. Now you're over 40. He's over, I'm hoping 40, if not somewhere around that age or however. Neither one of y'all got that kind of time. So
what are we in a rush for? I mean, everybody's saying we ain't got this time. Like, help me understand.
Do you know what your life expectancy is? Do you know that for sure?
No.
Okay, so do you want to die happy, or you still want to die knowing that you never made it? You didn't make it with, I mean, like, what's your expectations of life?
When you die, it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, would you rather go into your death knowing that that's just like they say the sky's the limit. Okay, the sky is the limit. It has no limit, right? So don't put limits or, limits on your life, like with your partner or your friend. I don't know how to explain it, but y'all just doing, y'all doing the most.
I'm just trying to understand. That's all. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Miss T, you don't have that kind of time, Queen, period. That's all I can say about that. Your daughter is about to leave. You're going to be crying for days because you're going to be by yourself. She's been in your life all this time, and now you're going to be alone, like literally alone. Because I heard you the other day say, I'm not getting in a relationship till my daughter leave. No, you need to be trying to find a relationship before your daughter leave. So when she do leave, you have a shoulder to lean on while she gone. Because guess what? Once she goes, she gonna call you for a couple of days. After that, she's going to be living her life. You gonna be like, well, you ain't called me in 10 days. What's up with that?
Yeah, you put a lot of things on pause. You can't put certain things on pause. You got to have a balance, and that's the same thing with this. Having an understanding where somebody stands before you have sex, that's a key thing. A lot of people, I get it what you're saying, unbiased about just going and jumping in there, but to a degree, you got to have an understanding where this person stands, where they mind. Are they just in it just for the sex? Are they in it, long term, or how do they see themselves? That was a lot of key things me and my wife talked about before, we even started messing around. Like, did I want kids? Do I want a relationship like far as a family? How, some people say, well, let's take it one day at a time and see how it goes. Well,
hold on, we got a good one. If your teenage kids come to you with this same question, how would you guys answer?
Period.
Yeah, I would tell them the same thing. Hey, it takes some understanding about sex. So you got to be ready for it emotionally. And also, what are y'all doing when y'all have it? Are y'all just having sex to be having sex?
So the first time you had sex, Sheed, how old were you?
I don't want to say. I was pretty young. Pretty young.
Broke farmer, the first time you had sex, how old were you?
I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty young.
Okay.
I fall in with Sheed. I was kind of young.
But y'all not saying y'all age. Why y'all can't say the age?
Now
Because
y'all scared.
Not y'all said age ain't nothing but a number. Now y'all don't want to give out the number. Oh, Broke said 15.
About 15.
I think about 12 or 13, I think.
I think I was
probably younger than
I
that.
was 13, 14.
Wait.
Miss T, how old were you the first time you had sex?
About 15.
Okay.
Unbiased, how old were you?
I was 16.
Yeah, about 12 or 13 rounding now.
I was
messing
16 around. and he was 28.
That was your first?
Woo.
Yes. Because I don't like young, stupid, and whatever nots.
Yeah. After a while, I started dealing with older women. Like, even with me in high school, a lot of the girls, they was real immature. So I started, trying to talk to older women anyway. And plus messing around with one of my neighbors. That's who I was messing with when I was young.
Ooh. Hey, look. Now, the 90-day rule was something that was popularized by Steve Harvey.
Who keeps bringing up this 90 days?
In a book. Huh?
Why we keep referring to this 90 days? Like,
no.
Because that's what they said.
I'm addressing it.
Okay.
Yeah, they said the 90 days, but it was popularized by Steve Harvey in a book. Steve Harvey has been married multiple times in bad marriages.
And in one right now. And in one right now. What do you mean?
Who is listening to Steve Harvey?
They all are. That's where they get that from.
But that's the same as like listening to the what's the guy named Derrick Jackson that's on YouTube. He's preaching to women about being and knowing their worth, but yet he's cheating on his wife.
Okay.
You got somebody that'll promote.
Passed away. What was his name that passed away?
Talking about Kevin. But Kevin. See, the thing with Kevin too, Kevin was married twice. And some of the things I like that Kevin talked about, some of the stuff that kind of was outlandish. But the thing about Kevin, a lot of people didn't understand, like, to prove Kevin wrong, be in a successful relationship and get married. Because that's all he doing is challenging people to, have that conversation. A lot of people didn't realize that a lot of women was looking at the scene because he was telling them to lose weight. I mean, your health is your wealth. So you being big, that's not a good thing. I know even with me, I tell myself, me and my wife had a conversation. I eat a little less, eat more vegetables. Losing weight is a big thing that people, they take for granted until you land on a table, a hospital bed, and they telling you your cholesterol too high, your diabetes is acting up. See, a lot of women didn't want to hear that. Take me as I am, but that take me as I am results in you having an early death. And the things that Kevin said, it was real off the wall or controversial sometimes, but it helped the conversation. But him
Okay,
coming out,
see,
a
I
lot
got
of
my hand
people
up.
was like that.
I
Go
got
ahead.
my
I'm
hand
sorry.
up because I don't want you to lose the thought, and I don't want to lose the thought. I'm sorry, but
Go ahead.
what people need to realize, listening to Kevin and what's the other one names and Steve Harvey, they get paid. They get paid to tell you these things because behind the scenes, those are their sponsors.
True.
It's
True.
sponsorship. So they're going to say whatever, make you believe whatever to buy those books, those ebooks, them cards that they sign. Like all of this stuff is about money, period. Because if it wasn't, they would be living the life that they're speaking of, and they are not.
So, but Kevin was living his life.
Not. Because Kevin was a bisexual. How you gonna tell me about being with a woman and a man, and you with a man?
Welcome back, Mr. Farmer.
How you gonna tell me about
I,
being with a woman and a
So,
man, and you back there in the background being with a man?
so when did they catch him with a man? See,
Don't
that's
worry
all
about all of
speculation.
that. Don't worry about
Yeah,
all that.
that
Don't worry
sounds
about
like some
all that.
speculation now.
Okay. Well, y'all, you believe what you want to believe, she. And if those are the people that you're following and have, dealings with, and you believe with, like, yeah. So y'all, y'all just need to stop. Y'all just need to stop.
I wanted to make sure I could see the
You better
comment.
Google it, bro.
Yeah. So I take it y'all were knocking Kevin Samuels. I couldn't hear it all, but if you notice, Kevin Samuels never had a show where he ain't have data-driven points to back up what he's saying. Now, some people don't like too much honesty, but everything he said was data-driven. He didn't just shoot off the cuff and say, these are my opinions. Everything he said in every episode was data-driven. And he even quoted the source that he got the data from when he said it.
And I'm not knocking anything that he said. I'm not knocking that because people do their research every day, right? I could do the same thing and have data-driven. Why is it echoing?
That's alerts on my computer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I could have data-driven, whatever I say. But then when I close my phone, my computer, my laptop, my this, my that, I could be doing something totally opposite.
Who is this? Miss Queen?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you put all these emojis. I ain't no name. Okay, what you got to say, ma'am?
Stop listening to non-married people trying to tell y'all stuff about dating and relationships. They don't know what they talk about because if they would, they'll be in a relationship. That includes Kevin with all his data and his weird kitten heels and homosexual looking tendencies. Okay, stop defending manosphere people. Okay, the manosphere is crazy. Stop it. Steve Harvey been married multiple times. You can't keep a marriage and then the marriage you in and let it seem like she crazy. Stop listening to these people. These people don't know what they talk about. Go find normal people that's in relationships because relationships not easy. Mm-hmm. They are not easy. There is no cookie cutter method. I don't care how much data you got. It is about your interpersonal relationship with other people. Oh, ain't nobody finna sit down and let's pull out the graph and look at the numbers. There ain't nobody finna do that in no relationship. That's crazy.
Maybe we should.
No, ain't no baby we should. That's ignorant. Ain't nobody finna do that.
People lie.
Y'all crazy as hell.
Lie,
That's why y'all ain't got no damn relationship.
Maybe if we pay more attention to the numbers of divorces and divorce
ain't
rates.
nobody finna sit up here and pay no attention to no numbers and no divorces. Y'all sound crazy. All you gotta do is listen to another person, dealing with compromise, learning how to. Sometimes you ain't gonna always win. Sometimes you gonna take a L. Sometimes you gonna have to do some things you don't want to do, and the other person gonna do the same thing. It's a give and take when it comes to relationships. All this crazy stuff y'all sitting up here talking about some numbers and some people being fat. It ain't got nothing to do with the prostitute in China.
I got my hand up. I just want to address hands in the dirt in the chat. Hold on. Let me read the comment first. Let me find it. He said, it doesn't matter what he did behind closed doors. Was it facts? Facts. The preacher every Sunday get up in the pulpit and preach facts. And when he leave the church behind closed doors, we don't know what God knows what he doing. So sometimes the weather person get on the news and tell you that it's about to be a storm. It's a fact because it happened. But then we don't know what happened in the background as to why the storm came when we don't never have storms in this area. So facts don't mean nothing. Reality is what's happening now. So I'm not saying Samuel didn't have facts behind what he said, but you can't tell me about a man and a woman and you back here with a man, period. It's nothing you can say about that.
Queen Sunshine Kiss. I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Queen Sun Kiss.
Why you just showing your avatar, Queen Sun Kiss?
Because I'm still getting ready for the day. I'm on the West Coast.
Okay, that's a fair point. So are you currently in a relationship?
I'm in a 19-year marriage.
There you go. So.
And we ain't sitting down looking at no damn data points.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's balled up.
So what I'm saying is, though, your marriage is part of data too, though. So you already find yours, and don't you think that a little data could help people with
no
marriage?
No.
All data in general.
No.
So Sunkiss. So Sunkiss, the thing
I'm talking. I wasn't looking at no data when I was dating. I wasn't looking at no data when I got married. I'm not finna sit up here and play this data game with y'all. That's that nerd weird shit y'all got from the manosphere. If y'all don't stay away from them weird men, most of the dudes that talk in this space ain't married.
I'm married.
So Sunkiss, the things that you do in your marriage, it won't help nobody else.
That ain't what that man asked me. That man said data help. That's what he asked me.
That's data is things that you do. So nothing when your marriage won't help you.
No, data is a chart and some numbers that somebody put together to study something that y'all want to take and beat women over the head with. That's what data is.
So the data from your
relationship ain't data. What I do in my relationship is my character and how we relate with each other. It ain't data.
So if I ask you some questions and you give me some answers and I put them on the chart to show people this is how successful you are in your marriage because you and your husband work together to, facilitate a family, that's data that can be given to somebody else. It might don't work. Anybody that's willing to listen.
So you gonna give it to other men because that's not how you communicate with women. Ain't no woman finna sit there and look at you, pull out no chart and tell her the data says.
But see, if men and women work together, see, that's the whole thing that Kevin tried to say. Men and women need to work together.
Nothing. Don't talk to me about no Kevin, no multiple divorce man.
But
hey, somebody took crap to Leo's spot.
Why would you sit up here and talk to me about a multiple time divorce man? I've been married one time. I have children by that man that I got married. We had those children inside of the marriage. If you gonna talk to me about what somebody got to say, find somebody that's equally successful to our marriage. Other than that, I don't want to hear nothing y'all talking about. Y'all not pulling up nobody that got the success that I have. Y'all talking about all these men that done had multiple women, can't keep no women, can't stay in a marriage, been married multiple times, or ain't had no marriage at all.
So you can't.
That's saying this stuff.
Huh?
Pull up a successful man that's saying these things.
Jay's been married 38 years.
Jigs ain't said nothing. He just sitting up there laughing at everybody. He ain't sit up here. I ain't heard him say nothing about no
can't talk.
I ain't heard him say nothing about no Steve Harvey. None of that. That's y'all.
I don't
No.
base my marriage on other people.
Boom.
I base my marriage on me. And
And he
plain
said-
and simple, marriage is ups and downs, sadness, happiness. When you so-called break up, as she's in another room, you come back together.
And I think he said something about date at the end. Son kiss, queen kiss, queen son kiss.
Just call me Sun Kiss. You struggling.
Because you don't
but
have
my-
a raw eye. You just got emojis. I'm reading emojis.
Just call me Sun Kiss. It's
I
good,
feel
baby.
like I'm reading hieroglyphics.
You chill.
I'm
Go
lunch
ahead.
bias.
So back to what I was kind of saying, Sucky. So like even with Jig, I mean just with anybody, like you mean to tell me, like even in my marriage, the things that I go through, I always say this: you can learn something from a fool not to do it wrong, and you can learn from somebody who has accumulated wealth to obtain certain things. Knowledge it comes from everybody. You can learn something from a homeless person. He'll tell you his struggle, not to go through that way. The data has been proven, statistics, everything, all charts indicate research from where people have done stuff, and it's either was right or wrong.
First of all,
So
y'all talking about a group of people that sat up here and said that over 50% of black men don't have children. Don't nobody care about y'all data, okay? It's ignorant. It don't make no sense.
The
All y'all doing is
only
taking
data I
data
concern
and
myself
trying
is
to
mine.
beat women over the head with it because y'all are failures in relationships, okay? And I'm speaking in general. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Relationships ain't got nothing to do with no data points or none of that. It is about your character and how you relate with another person. That's it. Instead of sitting up here talking about these Kevin Samuels and these talking points, we need to be addressing why everybody think when they walk into a relationship, things should be absolutely perfect. Because nothing is absolutely perfect. You gonna have some hardships. You gonna go through some struggles. You gonna go through some time. That person ain't gonna always make you feel good. You not gonna always make them feel good. It's about working through it and continue to build through all of the things. Got nothing to do with no data point.
But the data tells you to be happy and be cheerful. All that stuff tell you in the data.
Big guy, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Let me tell you this way. Numbers are not always right.
Fact. I do.
Data is not
and
always
I'm not going
right.
against what you're saying, son, kiss, mom, but I feel like if a lot of people made more decisions based off data, they would be more successful. And like she was saying, if you let people know what helped your 19-year marriage, it could benefit other people. Now, all us up here just telling our personal opinion. That's what makes this panel so great. We got people from all walks of life with all opinions, and all opinions are respected, even if you don't agree with them. But you can't say facts. Data ain't facts. It's kind of is facts.
Right? That's not what I said. I said data don't have nothing to do with your relationship. That's what I said.
Bro, you know why my marriage lasts so long?
How come?
Because I didn't eat the breast. The biggest piece of the chicken, I didn't eat the breast.
Cap. Not the cap. James, I know you ain't in there eat chicken wings if you don't sit down with that lie.
No, I eat the thigh. I don't go for the biggest piece. It's too dry.
Tree said being alone and being lonely are two totally different things. If you only get a dog or a cat to entertain you,
go for it. I didn't tell nobody. First off, I didn't never tell you it was a good idea to get married. I ain't never said that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say that was a good idea.
Yeah.
First off, a lot of marriages are just a bunch of bad contracts that people keep signing over and over. Let's start there. If you ain't invested in this marriage or whatever, it's a waste of time. You sign your name to something that makes no sense to you at all.
Right.
Now, if you go into the marriage like is say, and you there for the long run, that's a whole different thing. But if you just sign your name on a dotted line because this lady is fine, well, guess what? That fine don't last. So if that's the only reason you there, the marriage ain't gonna last.
Right.
Now, what data point is that?
No, he just making a statement.
No,
No,
it's
but
in
he said it's data.
no,
It's all
no,
data.
that's
So
in
what
Kevin
data
Saint's
point is
book.
that?
Ah, gotcha.
That's it's on the data point chart stating that people have long-term marriage
No, I'm joking. I ain't read it.
date for looks. That's on that data chart.
Yeah. But
Oh, okay. Yes, I can believe that.
Who
I
said
can believe
it
that.
was 19 good years? It could be the 19 worst, and that's another number. I mean, it could be,
Hey,
but I'm happy where I'm at.
no. I'm glad you are. Sir,
Pets don't want to be bothered with a needy mofo.
now,
happy and content.
Saint Kiss, the original question when the live first started, how long?
Was how long before you give up the cookies? I seen it.
I feel like you got a real good answer for that. How you feel about that?
Are you in a relationship?
You don't went on 4 dates, but y'all ain't went to Root Chris yet.
If you went on 4 days, I mean, I don't know what 4 days mean. Cause see, today, from what I understand, people talk to each other online and then go out on a date. And there's no conversation in between. Like when I was dating, what?
You said they talk on the phone.
They talk on the phone.
Yeah, you said they talk on the phone a couple times. They go on a date online. That's
from when they don't do that now. From what I understand, they just talk online and then go on a date.
No, also not from your. If you were single right now, how long?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know when you would give up no cookies right now. I don't know. Because these people don't talk like we used to. We used to have first of all, they be spending all kind of money on dates and don't know the person that they taking out on a date. Okay. When I was dating, we had conversations on the phone for days, weeks on end and in between these dates. So I don't know when they would give up cookies now.
So basically, you giving out data to help people to have a conversation. That's data.
Oh my God!
Let it go.
You need to let that data go, bro.
Hey, man, I'm sorry. I'm petty. I'm sorry. I'm petty. I'm sorry. I told you sometimes I get real petty.
You got your penny, man. Move on.
I guess it would depend on what value you put on sex and what you expecting from this other person you gonna give sex to.
Yeah, but I just the only point I was making. Some people put sex on top of everything else. Now, sex is enjoyable, so you can't say
it's supposed to be.
That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is, y'all put sex on such a high pedestal that it covers everything else. Sex is more important.
Wait, hold on. You gotta explain that. First of all, who is y'all?
No, not you. No, not you. No, man. No.
Who is y'all?
Definitely not. No.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Just in general, people.
I know.
Just in general, some people.
Excuse me. I'm not crazy. I'm not retarded. I'm not slow. Yes, I know he's not attacking me personally. My question is, when you say y'all, who is the y'all referring to? Is it referring to women or is it referring to society in general?
Women on this panel.
Huh?
Everybody except the women on this panel.
So men. Or people in general.
I give up. You win. I don't.
Just people in general. People in general.
Okay. So people in general put a high value on sex.
Yes.
Yes. It's men and women do that.
Okay, yes. I'm listening.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify.
My only point was I think that we made sex such a large part of the relationship that you go through all this other stuff. Now they waiting on the cookie, and now everything is perfect. This is the one you want. We go to the we got the same denomination of church. Everything lined up. We both gardeners. We both work the same place. But then you don't like the sex. Now what?
Then you learn how to like the sex. It ain't hard. Yeah, sex is an art that is supposed to be perfected. So you have to be willing to be learned and be taught. It's not hard.
She said, "What explanation did I walk into?"
What?
Yeah.
Sex is an art that is to be perfected. So
What
you
if,
need to learn how to be taught, and you need to be willing to learn.
okay, what if that guy likes sucking toes and the lady don't like her toes sucked? What then?
Then she don't like her toes sucked. It's okay. Every once in a while, let him suck your toes.
What if,
It
what
ain't
if,
gonna kill
what if
you.
that's
He can't
what if
suck her
that's
toes on her birthday?
What if that's a deal breaker for him?
Then that's a deal breaker for him. I mean,
But y'all invested
if
3
you
months
on
of
that,
talking and figuring each other out. Well, y'all are perfect for each other, but you don't want your toes sucked.
or you said it's a deal breaker, and if somebody is that shallow, they not marriage material.
Oh,
Anyway.
now he's
So,
shallow. Now he's shallow.
you just said this is the words that came out of your mouth. I've been sitting up here saying it's some give and take and it's some compromise. If you don't like it done all the time, you ain't gotta get it done all the time. But every once in a while, let the man do whatever it is he needs to do. That's called a give and take. And your response to me was, what if that's a deal breaker for him? If it's a deal breaker for him, then he don't need to marry her.
But what you prove my point, because maybe sex ain't something that should be put on the back burner to 3 months. Maybe sex is something that should be happening a little earlier in a relationship.
Who finna do that?
Not you, no ma'am, no ma'am. I know you ain't that. I know you ain't the one.
So here's my question. My question is, if sex should be brought up earlier in a relationship, the jury is still out on how early. Then why is there a conversation about the body counts of women?
Nobody
But see,
said body count.
some kids, I'm gonna be real with you. This, like, you talking from a manosphere point, coming at everybody. This is a clear free space. Nobody's judging. We're just having a
I've
conversation.
heard men ask women how many partners they had.
But nobody.
It has been brought up.
Why do men even ask women that question if it's not an issue? And this ain't got nothing to do with the manosphere. This is something that I've heard men say.
Okay, but that's the feel of certain men. They don't want a woman that has sex with a whole bunch of men.
Well, look,
So
because
since you brought it up, let's go there. Let's go there.
Okay.
Women, I'm gonna give you some game. Women, lie.
Period.
Never tell a man how many sexual partners you had. Oh my God,
that ain't his business.
It's not his business.
Let him appreciate the experience that you learned from the other man. But he don't need to know you had 24. Tell him 4.
Exactly.
Ride with that lie. We don't need to know, and I'm speaking from a man point of view. We don't need to know how many people you slept with. But
you don't want to know.
How many times I asked?
You don't want to know. You really don't want to know.
I want to know.
Right.
Depending on how she worked, I know how many she messed with.
Dude, I don't like people
That's
wearing
not
my
true
shoes.
either.
I could imagine my woman. What? Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Look, Sunshine Kiss, I'm glad you brought that up. It hadn't been talked about today. Yeah. Can we?
Well, I'm just asking because it's like freely give up the sex, because that's basically what you're saying. Because when people date, that don't mean everybody dating with they gonna be in a relationship with. So that's not gonna do nothing but run your numbers up. Let's be real. Sex is easy to have.
Okay, but that doesn't.
Robert
change
say
the
walls
woman.
torn down like an abandoned building.
That's not a thing. Women have 8 and 10 pound babies. It stretches back. Do some research. It's
Right.
science.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Sex is
but that's
easy to have. So what's the point of labeling women hoes and all this type of stuff if they just supposed to be free out here having sex?
Them just rappers. Real men like me.
Don't say that.
No, we don't label women like that. Real men don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Real men
Well,
don't.
I'm a bit
But
confused.
again, they get paid to say that.
Because they buy it.
I'm a bit
But then
confused.
They get paid to say that. So they gonna keep saying it in the songs. They gonna keep saying it on the commercials. They get paid to say that.
But there's women in those industries that do that for money, and the whole thing is mixed in. If you have a woman that goes out here and has sex with men for money, and then you have women that don't, but then they tend to hang around each other, It gets construed. People are trying to go off of what they hear in music, what they hear other people say. So every woman is labeled that until proven otherwise. You know,
No.
some men they have an understanding to say, well, I'm not gonna do that. But these young kids, they don't know. They going off of what they hear and what they see. So that's
I
why it's
think
always driven like
I think you learn with Robert have selective hearing, but I mean it's cool. Cause I never once said go on a date and drop it like it was hot on the first date. That's not what I never said that. All I'm saying is over 40, you don't have 90 days. Stop with the bullshit. Now I'm sick of that. Now I'm tired of it. That's enough of that. But with all of that being said, Miss T, I love this panel. I love the conversation. I love everything that's going on here. But your girl got to go to the store because I'm getting ready for my live today. I will talk to y'all on the next whatevers. Okay, y'all.
Have a good day,
All
young
right.
lady.
Thank you.
all right. Well, it
So I'm confused because when I was growing up, there was a lot of emphasis put on me as a young lady keeping my legs closed. So if it's not an issue, then why is that there, and why do we still, even in today's time, teach our daughters to keep their legs closed?
Disease, unwanted pregnancy, things of that nature, more than just your body count.
hot girl summer.
Yeah, I think it's got more to do with catching disease.
We can
than
teach
get rid
her
of.
how to not get pregnant. That's not hard. We can teach her how to not catch a disease.
Not having sex.
Right.
At an
Not
underage.
having sex. Again, keep your legs closed, but you sitting up here saying, oh, you should have more sex when you're dating. What?
No, nobody
It's
said that.
mixed messages.
No,
It's
we're not
mixed
advocating
messages.
for
girls.
children.
Nobody-
having sex.
Two girls.
No, we're not. No.
Uh,
I raised two girls,
No.
and once they left my house, I don't know what they're doing. But while they were in my house, I explained and I told them what to do, what not to do, and look out for this, look out for that. But once they got on their own, I'm done.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think we had a misunderstanding in communication because nobody ever advocated for younger people having sex. The original topic was Miss T, who's a mature woman, a very beautiful woman, but in her early 40s. When is a good time? Not her in particular, but you know what I mean. When is a good time to give up the cookies and bacon? We're not
No,
talking about
not a misunderstanding. The things that you learn in your childhood, typically you carry with you into your adulthood. And so even when you dating, you're not just passing sex out all willy-nilly. Okay. There's one reason why women don't just be having sex like that. Because we
I
was
didn't
taught
say
not to
willy-nilly.
do that.
I didn't say willy-nilly. I said if you find somebody who treats you right and take you to Ruth Chris, go for it. That's what I said. I ain't backing down from it.
Yeah, we're
So
gonna
if
wrap
he's-
this up.
If he take you to Ruth Chris on the first date, then that mean he gets some tail.
First date.
Oh
Book the room.
no.
Book the room.
Okay. All right. No.
Oh, you thought I was gonna back down from that? No, I believe that.
No, I
Hey,
was
when the
just
man
asking.
tell
I
you-
just wanted to ask because there will be men that will take you to Ruth Chris just so they can get in the bed with you.
What they can't force you to go in the restaurant. If he say, "Hey, I'm taking you to Ruth Chris," you know what it is. Say, "Look, I ain't ready for that. Let's go to Burger King a couple times first."
And what about the dudes that eat at Ruth Chris on a regular? That's just their lifestyle. Is she supposed to look at him like he's after her for sex too?
No, don't agree to go to Ruth Chris if you ain't ready for that. That's Ruth Chris is a big step in the relationship. So
I don't think you heard
agree
what
to
I
go to
said.
Ruth Chris.
So this is a man and his lifestyle is to regularly eat at 4 or 5-star restaurants.
Yes.
And he want to take you out on a date. That's his lifestyle. So she's supposed to be looking at him like he's looking at her for sex too.
Yes.
No. All right. So this is the thing. If I go to Ruth Chris on a regular and that's my lifestyle, if you come with me, that's what I do. Now, if you got it in your head thinking that you gotta have sex with me because you going to Ruth Chris with me, you need to let that be known. Like, hey, this ain't this type of date. And if I tell you, well, I don't think it is. I do this all the time. So you just coming with me. I'll let you know when it's a date when I say, hey, Paul, I got a partner. He tell most girls he deal with, if it's an expensive restaurant and they want to try to order the biggest thing on the menu, like one time he went out he got a relatively nice steak. And the girl told me, so, "Ooh, the lobster good." You like, okay? He looked at the lobster, it wasn't bad. She wanted a surf and turf, a steak and
Ooh,
lobster,
She wanted
and
all.
and her meal alone was $82. That wasn't even including his, because they was at a real nice restaurant. He said that meal comes with a side of ass, so you might want to pick something else. And so she kind of got a little offended by it, and was like, "But
oh, see,
this is how I eat. I don't eat at a Red Lobster and all that stuff." But he told her, your selection is kind of high compared to what normal people eat. If I'm getting a steak for like $20-$30, you need to be around that range of my price. You talking about a $70-$80 meal with taxes compared to my steak that's pretty much probably about $30. And then let's don't add drinks. That's almost a $200 bill.
Hey, you learn what Robert said. If you go out for drinks and dinner at a normal restaurant, it's going to be at least 150. I don't know what your normal is. But if I go to the Mexican restaurant, I order 2 burritos, guacamole. They order the same. That's about $50-$60 tops. So you learn with Robert, you are eating at some nice restaurant. I don't know if they selling gold flavored wine or something like that. Would a bill get up to $150, Robert? But everybody don't live in those parts of the world where those expensive restaurants exist. That's why I go back to Ruth Chris, because Ruth Chris is in a lot of places, and it's understood that Ruth Chris is more than $100. That is why I always use Ruth Chris.
On
White
average,
Castle was
it's
good
about
back
60
in my
to 80.
day.
Yeah. And, go ahead.
Now I was gonna say on average it's about 60 to 80, but then when you add the factor in on drinks, that's when it goes up. Drinks are $10 $10 a shot. Some spots are 15, 20. Then you talking about beers, so that adds up. So I can understand what he's saying, but for the most part, just a meal alone average about $60 to $80 for two people.
Crafty Leo has entered the chat. Crafty Leo said, if you can't afford that restaurant with no expectation, don't even think about taking them there. If you can go eat $150 bill off a man, what I don't understand. I get confused there. It's not that he can't afford that restaurant. If I buy a car, I got expectations. I expect for that car to run for a certain amount of time. If I buy fruit from the grocery store, I expect for it to last in the refrigerator for a week. Everything has expectations on it. It's ridiculous to think that a man could separate money and expectations on what that money was spent on. That's ludicrous. Everything has expectations, whether said out loud or not. If a woman take a man and buy him a whole wardrobe, shoes, drawers, clothes, she gonna tell her homegirl he better not wear that with another woman. So she put expectations on her money, but we can't put expectations on our money. Panel, let me know how you feel. Nobody want to touch that one. Okay, moving on.
I was on mute. But I'm saying, like, that's true. When it come down to it, if I'm spending a large amount of money, even in a relationship, I expect, even it ain't even just the sex. I expect you to act a little different. Even if I'm going out to a restaurant and I done spent a nice meal, about $200 some dollars. It ain't even just the sex part. If you have an attitude with me, I'm gonna get kind of offended by that. I done sit there, we done had a good date in my opinion. Brought you to a nice restaurant, probably wouldn't have seen a movie or something. Then we going home and we having a conversation, or you might hear something, just like a conversation now, talking about sex. Oh, you thought all that no, it ain't even about all that. I just asked that you enjoy yourself and the conversation where you ain't getting none.
Is it okay?
I feel offended by it.
Is it okay? Do I need to keep the live going, or should we just end this now?
What you got to say?
No, I was just saying I gotta go pick somebody up. Are y'all okay about 10, 15 minutes by yourself? Everybody gonna be
Yeah,
good?
we good. I think everybody up here a little bit responsible. I
Yeah,
don't
they
know
got
about
the
that.
men. They
I don't
can
know
take
about that
5
sun.
minutes by themselves. They got it.
I don't know about that sun kiss. It might be kind of dark on that sun kiss side, but I think everybody else pretty good.
Miss T, if you want to leave it, you know, Jed's ain't gonna let nothing bad go on. You know, Jed.
Okay, well,
Not too
I'll be
bad.
back. I gotta pick somebody up real quick.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Now let's address Sunday Backyard Farm. Really cool guy. I've met this guy twice. Super cool guys. He said when I take my wife out on date night, it's usually $225 to $275. Now keep in mind what he just said. When I take my wife out. Now, wife is a little different. Wife, you expected something anyway, so no, you shouldn't put an expectation on your wife's meal. That is your wife. She's poured into the relationship already, whether it's financially or emotionally. She's already poured into your life. So $225, $275, that's a good thing you do for your wife. Yeah.
Well, as you said, this soap opera been going on for a good while now. Last week, I took my wife out for lunch, and it's been a long time. And when we were finished eating, I said, you got this? You gonna pay the bill? My wife pulled out $3. That was the tip. That was the tip. She said, I ain't paying for nothing. She just pulled the tip out. That was it.
Yeah, but she helping though. She's a helpmate.
And I told her to put that back in the wallet too. Yeah, I only did it due to all these conversations we've been having.
See, all right. She a Sunshine said at Broke Farm. He talking about going back to Sunday Backyard Farm said. He said he paid $125 when they were dating. Yeah, I mean, you doing. I'm gonna leave that alone because people. Go ahead, she.
I was gonna say, sorry to cut you off, but even with him saying that date night with his wife, the whole thing, it might be not just the dinner. It might be they went out had an attraction or went to a movie or something. So, a lot of that goes into play. And see, when a woman's dealing with a man, it starts to get kind of uneven when you having a date night and the man is spending a lot of money. He's investing a lot of time in the relationship just along with the money too. So a man is expecting, something in return, not even just with sex. I mean, even if you act a little better, treat them a little better. Because, you got to understand, these day and age, a lot of men, they get played for foodie dates. Women going with men just to get food.
I mean,
another disclaimer, people. I'm a little older than the guys that are on this panel right now. So a lot of stuff that they do and say, I didn't do and I don't agree with. But hey, this is today.
And most men don't agree with that. These dudes out here looking for as much sex as they can get without giving as much as they can get. They trying to get for the least. That's what they doing.
That's kids. That's kids.
Half the stuff these dudes be sitting up here talking about, and some of this stuff these women be talking about their experience. I didn't go through that type of mess. Okay.
Yeah.
When no dude spending no $100 and $200 with me on no date, and if he was, I looking at him crazy because I dated regular dudes with regular jobs.
Why are you looking at him crazy?
I did spend a great deal of money when I was dating my wife, and it wasn't a problem.
Mm-hmm.
The point to this, and I didn't ask for no cookie either. I got the cookie on my wedding night. That's just me.
Well, I'm talking about, see, most of these, they be dating multiple people. And if you're going on a bunch of dates, of course it get expensive. If you spending that money on one person, then that's different. You know what's lacking? The creativity. They think they supposed to go spend all these money to take that woman to the park and buy a hot dog and call it a date.
If we would have said that though.
I know.
Ain't no problem with that. If you got a woman that got a problem with that, then you know something wrong with her. She don't know you.
Facts.
Why is she expecting you to break the bank on her? That's an indication right there that ain't nobody that's looking for no commitment.
But she not a hot dog in the park, girl. See, that's what that's what Broke was saying. When a man say something like that, if you broke, say it then. But then, even what you were just talking about, a lot of men don't have a lot of women they take on dates like that. A lot of men don't have that advantage of having multiple women like that. I mean, looks department, like I say, I might be ugly, but I got cute features. But just playing around. But at the same time, a lot of men don't have that luxury of dealing with women like that. So one man, a man might have one girl. He might be lucky to try to get two. On average, most men only have one. Women tend to go after these pretty boys.
So y'all complain about spending money on one woman?
No.
Nobody's complaining.
Y'all ain't making sense.
I'm just saying, don't eat my food if you don't like me. Let's just break it all. Okay.
Well, you don't know that she don't like you. Like, how you don't know she don't like you?
Hold up, bro. A whole bunch of women just want a meal.
Yes,
exactly.
Right. So how do you not know that she don't like you? Your job is to be vetting her. You can't tell by body language, the way she speaks to you.
It's
none
no
of
such
that.
thing as men's intuition. It is called women's intuition.
So you a fool. Okay.
Yes, most of us not to break.
Where y'all mama at?
So kids, how many people when they go on a date, I'm showing you the veil of what you want to see. I can be a totally different person outside of that relationship when you see me. I know people that
take her to the park and to the hot dog stand. If she don't like you, that's gonna definitely show you that she don't like you. You gonna definitely know at that point.
What if she gluten free? What if she gluten free? You can't go get that hot dog. You know what I mean?
What?
What if she gluten free?
Okay, get some elote, whatever.
Dude, I like you.
But see, even in a cheap relationship, people know how to play the field. You got to understand that. Okay, prime example. There's this lady. I know this is gonna start some controversy. There's this lady. She's married to this soccer player that's in the news now. Hakeem something. Yeah. Now this guy, his wife been with him for 2 years, and she divorced him. This guy's multi-millionaire, but everything in his mama name. So when she tried to divorce him, she's trying to get some money off of him. Come to find out, this guy ain't got nothing. Everything is in his mom name. Now she's looking crazy, saying that. Go ahead.
No, I bet he took it to Ruth Chris a couple times. Go
ahead. Yeah, but the crazy part is when it come down to it, she sit up there and is like, well, what am I leaving with? And he was like, well, if you don't like me, just leave. I don't have nothing. But this is the twist of that story. He can sue her. I mean, he can get alimony and stuff for her because on his end, he don't have no money. So I think she's like a supermodel or something in the industry of fashion. She would literally have to pay him. So the role reverse of her trying to just date him for 2 years, marry him, and try to take his money, because it ain't like America where you got to be married for a certain time. She was with him for 2 years. I think they're in Paris or France, but you can get paid out anytime. So now the roles will switch, and everybody's going at the guy like, yeah, take her money, take her money. I don't think he's going to do it, but, just a point of interest, this guy thought he was in love with the woman of his dream. She played the whole role for 2 years. How can a man have intuition about that? If I love you,
intuition to put out his stuff in his mama name, and she's stupid for not knowing what his finances was doing.
He did that. He did that before he married his wife. See, that's the thing.
That's fine. That's what he did. He had enough sense to do that, so he already knew these hoes ain't loyal. So what's the problem?
Ooh, I don't know what you teach on.
See,
I don't know that word. I don't know.
Hey, calm down now.
I don't know. Jay, I thought you supposed to be. Come on, Jay. All right, let's hit one. Let's hit
I can't control folks' mouth.
Let's hit something.
Let's keep it tight.
Okay, now, Crafty Leo said my husband spent that money on me when we were dating. Now, okay, so let's put this out here. When you going on a date and a man is spending large amounts of money on you. On this date, on you, he buying flowers. Let's say he pull out all the stop. He got a limo. He rent a limo to pick you up. He got flowers. He got you a brand new dress in a box. You accept. He tell you this is what it's gonna be, and you accept all this stuff. Do you think this is the magical night where the cookies get got like Cookie Monster?
What? No,
Why?
cause why should it?
Why should he or her?
Why should she be obligated to have
No,
sex
no,
with
I
him
didn't say
just
she was
because?
obligated. I just said should she be? It's just a question.
No. You said why, and I'm asking what about him spending money makes her obligated to open her legs?
I just threw up a point.
No, there is absolutely no monetary reason why a woman should open up her legs unless she chooses to do so.
True that.
Why would she? Do you think she should? If she accept all this stuff, do you think she should think that there's something behind it?
If he a regular dude, I would.
What's a regular dude?
A dude that make probably about $40,000 or less. If you doing all that,
I
that
don't
means
know no regular dude.
that will hurt your pocket. That will hurt your pocket. So why you doing all these? And if you expecting sex, because and the only reason why I say that is because that's how men think in this society, which is sad. It don't make no sense. If you want to treat a woman and make her feel special, she should not be expected to give you sex because of that. You should want to do that for your woman as a man. And
It's not my woman yet.
if you can't do that for your woman as a man, then why would your stupid behind sit up there and do all of that for somebody that ain't your woman? You ain't doing nothing but trying to get sex, and you think if you leverage her with all this attention, then she gonna feel obligated to give you sex, and that makes you predatory, and a fool.
Well, Queen Sunkiss, I got a question for you. If you see this man, now I know you married. Let's go way back before you got married. Let's see this man you find highly attractive. You got a lot of money. You sitting on swole. You the boss. Now, if you take this guy and you fly him to Jamaica.
Yes, Miss T.
If you fly him to Jamaica, you buy him a whole outfit. You pay for the plane trip. You pay for the motel. That night, if you want to have sex with him and he turn you down, how you feel about that?
He ain't obligated to have sex with me, and I wouldn't be doing all that for no man anyway. I don't care how much my pocket's full.
Man, this phone
I'm not flying. I ain't flying no man nowhere.
Like it was said earlier. I'll put it this way. When I met my wife, yes, there's a whole bunch I did. I took her to River Street. I bought her what she want. She got flowers just about every week. We went out to Red Lobster was the big thing back then.
Some cheese biscuits though. Oh.
Yeah. They made their money. But the point to it is I never I ain't pat the behind. I ain't kiss and linger and I didn't do nothing. The thing to it is my single life versus my married life, I was a dog when I was out there. And it's not the point that even then, if I'm dogging somebody, I didn't make them pay. It was just if I'm searching out somebody, I do what I got to do. And then when I got married, I still did what I had to do. I'm not righteous.
Facts.
I'm not perfect.
Facts.
But I do what I got to do if it's what I want.
Facts.
Plain and simple.
Now, Jay, my Renaissance grandma said, "Judge me if you want to." But I have pissed men off on the first date because when the waiter came to ask how many tabs you want, I would say two. It started an argument, but I didn't care. No. First off, my Renaissance grandma, that's a great thing. All women should do this. First off, and this is my opinion. Now, if you don't want no expectations from a date, then let's go Dutch till you feel comfortable with them expectations. Then he can pay for all of it.
No, I ain't doing that either. But what I was taught was to keep money in my pocket and not to order nothing that I couldn't pay for. In the event that you thought because you paid for something, I owe you sex. Here go your pocket change, and I'll see you.
No. When I say expectation, I don't mean sex. I mean expectation that this is going in a direction toward dating. That means that you like me and you're not just putting on to get a free meal out of men. That's
No, if you ask me out on a date, then you should pay for it.
I believe in that too. I can't front. I really do. In the core of me, I believe that. It's just that some of the stuff I've been seeing lately, and something that you said again, dating is different. Queen Sun Kid, dating is different these days. I was always raised that the least you can do for a woman is pay for the meal. But when I see Instagram where women bringing 3 or 4 women to dinner so a dude can pay for women going on 3, 4 dates. I saw an Instagram video where a lady went to breakfast date with one guy, lunch date with a different guy, and dinner date with another guy. And she said she ain't paid for a meal the whole weekend. Now that's when it started getting weird. When I started thinking maybe people should go Dutch till they figure out what's really going on in a relationship.
Or maybe these men should be vetting these women that they going on dates. So y'all know women out here hustling men for food. You know that.
But see,
The hustle's
we
going
don't.
both ways.
Right.
See, it's
Like,
with intent.
Y'all make this more difficult than what it really is. Okay, it's the fact that women have advantages as being women, and because of social media and the internet, it's now all out there. This has always been there. She can go on a date with whoever she wants to because a man is expected to pay for a date. If she don't like you, that's why back in our day we had telephone conversations, and if she couldn't stay on the phone with you long enough, you ain't take her nowhere.
That's
Okay?
it.
Facts.
That's it.
You know, because she don't like you. You know she don't like you because she won't talk to you. Or when y'all get on the phone, it's just dead silent. But today y'all just hit somebody in the DM and now you want to go. And instead of going on a sensible date, y'all want to go do the most.
Now, first off, it's some dudes that make it a magical moment for some women. They pull out their horse-driven carriages and all this stuff. Now, I don't know if I should say this on the internet, but I met my wife playing spades. First time I ever met her, she was my spade partner. We ran the table probably for 2 hours. I looked in her eyes and I knew this was the woman for me.
There you go.
But because she knew how to play spades. Because she knew how to play spades.
I never knew this person before, but she asked me that I know how to play spades. I said yes. Come to find out, we're the exact same age, everything. We learned how to cheat just by eye communication. If I can cheat with this lady playing spades, I can live the rest of my life with her. And I told her, I said, something special about you, baby. And look, Jay, when I said that, I had my bald head freshly cut. I leaned back. I said, boy. It was a wrap, Jay.
But see, it wasn't no magical day or nothing there. Y'all were playing spades. Regular stuff. Like, why is men running around here breaking banks for dates with women they don't know?
But number one, because the fellas always want to impress somebody.
But the women have made it where they feel like they put this fake narrative out here that this is what you got to do to impress a woman, to make a woman want you. They put it in the atmosphere that no, you can't take me to Burger King for dinner. You got to do this for dinner. You can't drive up in a raggedy car. You got to have this much money. If you ain't got enough money to date me, then don't date me. They've made this thing a huge ordeal to date these days. Getting flown out to Puerto Rico on the first date, helicopter trip. They go to Instagram. Nobody got Instagram. This is what these people showing on first date. So now a guy say, well, if I got to measure up and I got to get a top 10 woman, this is what I got to do now. This is crazy. But if you go to Instagram, men are flying women to other states to go on dates.
What's a top 10 woman? What's a top 10 woman?
Ooh. Let's go there. Now, it depends on age. If it's 20 to 30, it's one thing. If it's 40 to infinity, it's something else. Which one you want to know about?
Let's go with
40 to infinity.
Okay, 40 to infinity.
Okay, first off, no kids unless they are grown. Mm-hmm. If you got babies at 2 and 3, I'm not finding your baby daddy in Walmart parking lot. Let's start there.
Okay.
Do you want me to be real or not?
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Number 2, she got her own. That don't mean her own car. That don't mean her own place. That mean her own mind and the general path she want to go in life.
General path. She want to go at 40?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
All right. This how I feel about it. This how I feel
I'm
about it.
listening.
First off, you have to believe in God. I'm not gonna put no religious title on that. You have to.
That should have been number 1.
Okay.
I didn't give no particular order. I mean, it's
Okay.
not in no particular order.
All right.
God. 4, she gotta know how to cook. This just for me. Just for me. She gotta know how to cook. I don't mean just cooking sometimes. I mean she enjoy cooking. She whistling and she's singing a hymn. You know what I'm saying? That
Okay.
type of cook.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 5, she got to find me super attractive. Now let's go into that a little bit. She got to find me attractive. She not that I'm a good provider and I do all these other great things. That I can walk in the door and her eyes light up. Now,
okay.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I need you to behold me in the light. When I come in the house, I need to be a whole sex symbol when I come in the house. That's what I need.
Well, this is 40 to infinity.
That's 40 to infinity. That's my 40 to infinity. If a woman check them boxes, dude, I'm out of here.
So what about the younger girls?
Oh man, they 1 through 5 are just how they look.
It's just they looks.
You named off different body parts.
So the way that they looks, get them flued out. That's a top. Not woman.
The way they look is, you got to realize the way they look is deceiving these days now.
Right. And the way they look. If the way they look gonna get them flued out, then why would they want to be in a relationship? They gonna get flued out just because they look good.
I don't know why they want to be in a relationship in their 20s. I didn't say that was a good idea.
And the bad thing about it is she looking like Broomhilda, but give her 20 minutes, she look like the Queen of Sheba.
Right.
And another thing, don't get involved in a relationship with a woman that you've never seen her without makeup on. That's an old man tip. Queen Sunshine Kiss. Am I too real? I'm going too far.
No, you fine. I was just wondering what a top-notch woman was, because you're gonna pay all that money for the Instagram models.
No. Okay. This is a big misconception. I'm glad you brought it up. Men are not interested in Instagram model. They think they got a nice body, and a dude to stop for 5 seconds to see a woman twerk. That don't mean they won't. That guy.
Ain't no regular chick get no flued out to no Puerto Rico on no first date unless she dating a man of wealth.
Yes.
Y'all tripping. Y'all sit up here and see this social media stuff and think it's real. That stuff ain't real.
It's figurative fake. It's figurative fake. And I finally realized when you said y'all, you weren't talking specifically to me. I just caught that. You weren't talking specifically to me. Yeah. But
that stuff ain't real.
But they don't know reality. Because they didn't grow up in a real time in the world.
Yeah, and it don't help that these older men that know reality that's sitting up here playing into this stuff like it's real. Y'all helping push false narratives. Y'all know this stuff ain't real.
What false narrative? I got a gardening channel. My garden real. narrative I'm pushing. I'm not pushing no narrative. I'm just saying everybody got an opinion on data. That's why this is such a good show. Everybody can tell their different opinions on dating. That's a great thing about this. No two people, no two relationships are the same. What I want. Go ahead.
Can I jump on real quick? I'm about to drop off. All right. When it comes down to it, like the narrative thing, everybody's stating their opinion on how they see things. You know, what, like I said, wrong or right. You know, the data speaks otherwise. I had to take one more, but when it comes down to it, you know. When you deal with it, everybody's just trying to give their experience, and it might could help somebody. I could have been in a bad relationship where I can show somebody this. You know, the other channels that, you know, speak this stuff that you talk about, and That's them over there. I had to tell a lot of guys because I frequent the ministry. I started off over there talking with a lot of them guys, and then when I started seeing what they was about, I'm like, well, I'm married. That doesn't reflect me. I'm married. I never seen that when I was single, but I understand you going through situations because you might not look the part, and sometimes you got to step your finances up. A lot of people don't understand that. Far as even with women, if you not in the relationship, you might got to be a little bit more nice. That you don't like Kevin, but when he was telling women to smile, a lot of women were frowning about that. Who wants to, marry a frown faced woman all the time? Just the whole simple thing of smiling can get you married.
Bro, some nigga
Even
walked up to me while I was walking into Family Dollar and told me to smile. Do you know I could have pimp slapped him?
Wow.
I
Well,
that's
don't
kind of
know
rough.
you. I don't know
since
you. I'm minding my
since
own business.
But
I'm not
that's
trailed up. I'm just a regular person walking into the store, and then you just gonna walk past me talking about smile. Who are you?
me
but that's
personally, that's the first thing that catches me is the smile. That
yeah.
no matter what they look like, that smile is the first thing that catches me.
That's like when you're young, your parents tell you dress to, even when you go like interviews, dress to impress, when you out here talking with people, that's the most pleasantest thing to just to walk somewhere and see a lady smile. She could be going through so much, but just to see a smile on her face, I'd be like, man, I'm happy now, you know, because I'm like, it's somebody out here. It's joy is contagious, and it gets to a point where a lot of people don't understand that fear and all that stuff. It pours the same way. If I see you frowning and mad, I might look, ooh, something wrong with
What
her.
you
Then
frowning?
I
Why
might turn
can't
around
we
and have a
just
frown on
have
my
a
face.
regular face? Why we can't just walk around with our resting face? Why we gotta walk around
Yeah,
with
but
this smile
no,
plastered
it's
across our
not
face?
about you.
Cause it make
No,
men feel good. That's
it's
crazy.
it's not about you having a regular face. Like you can have a regular face. I don't have a problem with
A
walking
regular
around
face.
seeing people with regular. I guess because they not smiling, they just have I don't want to call it out. It's the resting face that women say that they have. But my thing is this: that's cool. That's your face. That's how you look. That's how you look. But
Look,
smiling is contagious. It's joy.
I see. Can I Death Mag or Mage said some of them guys was in were 30s and 40s and passed up good women, and now they on social media mad. First off, referring to the comment they made right before that, let's bring a little context on that comment right there. Says that's why y'all fly, cause you flying out 30s and 40s based off their look, stay off Instagram. Now, first off, if you can afford to fly a woman out, uh, your options are very open about the women you can date. Let's start there. If if you can afford to fly women out, you are not hard up for a woman. Let's start there. They might be fixated on that woman, but they can have other women if they can afford to fly women out. Let's start there. I'm just putting that out there. Then they said why y'all complaining, then y'all passed up your good women because you want to play the streets. That's a two-edged sword. It's a lot of women out there that mad in their 30s and 40s because they were running the streets and now they can't find a good man. That is definitely a double-edged sword. So to say
That's fact.
that only ties into men, that's cap. That's cavity cap. That's not true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't say 30s and 40s. I said, what is 304? What is 304? Y'all know what 304 is?
Man, a 304, you turn the calculator upside down.
Oh,
HOE.
okay. I'm so thrown off
Yeah,
by that.
that's what they. Yeah, I had to catch that when I had looked it up the air code. I say, why these men on these channels always talking about women from West Virginia? Like these women with 304s. I'm like, dang, there's some bad women in West Virginia or something. Then I was like, hold on. And I was talking to one of the dudes, and he told me turn the calculator upside down. And I thought about it. I said, man, that's childish. I used to do that when I was a kid. But I get it what you're saying. But the thing of it is, it gets kind of up and down with that because I had my ex, like I told my wife, I said, if you ever would have broke up with me, don't you know you would have experienced the callback? And she was like, what's the callback? the mistake you made because you lost a good thing. You know, I had like a couple of girls that told me I made a mistake. Can we get back together? You know, some of them called me years after I got married because I was 25 when I got married. I had women calling me up to damn near 29, and because you know a lot of them went on social media, so they didn't know I was married. They just had my number, just call. Women from out of town would call me. I'm like, I'm married now. Why? And it's like it's such a good thing, but if you let it go because you want to play the field, like when I drive, there are women that used to think I made so much money, they wanted a good man, but the thing of it was, when you in tough times and you see this man with money, you're like, well, if he got money, I can probably see if he'll pay this bill. And if you got $100 phone bill, when I had a little money, I was generous. I give you that $100 phone bill just to see what you're gonna do. If that's gonna be an investment to me, if you're a real woman, you'll sit there and say, man, I was going through something here, I got that money back. Or if you want to play the field for more money, that get me to push you to the side, be like, you know, you borrowed this and you ain't never give it back. Oh, I was gonna give you money back. See, then that shows me where you stand, you know, as far as in a relationship. Is it about money or is it about, you know, us building something together?
Now,
You know, a lot of women they didn't test that time. Go ahead.
she is Sunshine.
This conversation has done changed 3 or 4 times.
30 times.
You know.
She is Sunshine speaking directly to Crafty Leo, but we're gonna butt in this conversation. Say, Crafty Leo, instead of telling a woman to smile, tell her to have a great day. Sometimes people are dealing with real issues. Now, I've heard this "have a great day" thing 100 times. You cannot say that phrase and that person's gonna have a good day. That does not.
No, but you can say that phrase and that might give me the smile instead of walking up on me talking about smile.
And then you gonna tell them, you can't tell me what
to do. Go get some animal food.
What to do. So it's leave folks alone. First off, if you see a woman in the street, leave her alone. Don't bother these women unless you're trying to talk to them, and have a better pickup line. Matter of fact, to all the single man, I'm gonna give you a pickup line that works 100% of the time. 100%. Get your notebook ready. Everybody ready? All right. First thing you say, you see a woman that you find attractive. You say, "Hey, how much does a polar bear weigh?" And she say, "I don't know." Say enough to break the ice. "Hey, I'm ready."
All righty then.
100% of the time, she gonna laugh and you in there. Start your conversation. It works 100% of the time. Use it.
Thank God I ain't looking for nobody.
Yeah. But even in this time, you know, get back to the topic at hand, and I'm about to really drop off this time. But you know, having an understanding, like I said, know who you dealing with. You know, the whole point of, you know, having this relationship or so-called sex and messing around is knowing that person on the other end who you giving this to. You know, whether it be a man or a woman. You know, I tell my wife it's certain women I turn down. You know, because hey, I don't see that relationship going. I let them know. Or if I see them vibes coming off, I just don't deal with them. You know, it's a woman I was messing with. She was into me, but when we was on a date, I didn't like the way how she talked to the waiter. And I'm like, you came out your face at the waiter. 9 times out of 10, you gonna come out like at me one day. So that totally threw me off on the relationship. I didn't even want to mess with her no more. I kind of, you know, she wanted me to come up for that night. I said, well, you know, I got something to do. I'll holler at you later. And then when I talked to her on the phone the next day, I just let it be known, like, hey, I didn't like how that went. And she's like, oh, that was, and everything led to this. And I just told her, I said, hey, I just don't see myself being with you because that's a deal breaker with me. You know, you was kind of going in on the waitress about your food being cold, you know, even though I paid for it, it was not no big thing, but you was going at the waitress like, you know, you was demanding and all that. I'm like, it's not the waitress' fault, it's the cook fault. You tell the waitress, bring the food out as it gets prepared, you won't have that problem. So that was a deal breaker for me in that relationship. And I knew I could have got some that night, but I wasn't hard up. I wasn't hard up for women like that.
Oh, well.
But with that being said, I'm out. You know what I always say? I'm gone.
Well, I put it this way. Different strokes for different folks. The process I use, I thank God for 38 years. In marriage, there's ups and downs, rollovers, kickovers, whatever. And the best point is coming back together as one. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do, how to do it. There's a whole bunch of advice on here for Miss T. So, Miss T, you're going to have to be the judge. Whenever that cookie is done, it's up to you. Miss King, Miss Queen,
Yes.
you got some last words?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much said it. Marriage is give and take, it's ups and downs, it's just sticking through. And don't be pressured into having sex unless that's something that you want to do. That's your body, your emotional attachment, and whatever your spiritual beliefs are. It's all on you. Do what's right for you. Let society pressure you into nothing. That's all I got.
And another thing on that, like I tell everybody, bless you and I love you. And this young lady, she correct me on, she said, she's atheist. I said, oh, I have no problem with that. You do you. But as for me and my house, we're going to serve God first. And hey, y'all be blessed. Miss T, I hope you got something out of this. You people out there in TV land, whoosh land, any kind of land you want to be in, hey, y'all do y'all. Me, I'm doing God first, then doing my wife. Y'all be blessed.
Hey, y'all. Y'all hear me? I'm home. I'm home, y'all. What's up? Y'all still here? What is going on? I just want to say thank y'all so much. Let me see. I guess I should end the stream, huh? Okay, well, thank y'all for coming. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Still 18 people in the chat. Turn up, turn up. No, sorry. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.